Okay, and just like that, looks like we are live. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Ernesto Vega. If you're watching me on social media for the first time, I am the broker from Canvas Real Estate. And by now, you know that 3 times a week, I go on one of these rants and try to bring you things of value. So today I am bringing you Daniel. Daniel is the expert when it comes to BoldTrail, how to get realtors to maximize BoldTrail. I know that you're thinking, what happened to Megan? Megan's taking some time off, so I'm going to let Dan introduce himself. But I think a report just came out on Housing Wire, and it named BoldTrail one of the top CRMs in the nation for realtors. And I'm like, well, I could have told them that, 10 years ago, but I'm glad that they finally caught up. So you guys have put together, which I think is the best tool for real estate agents to stay in top of mind with clients. And so I'm glad that once a month, actually twice a month, we get to have now we get to have Dan with us presenting. So Dan, they never seen you. What can you tell this happy audience of realtors that is watching you for the first time?
Boy, I wasn't expecting to make an introduction today. My name is Daniel Pasteur. I am a senior account coordinator inside real estate. I've been working alongside Megan for 3 years, and I've been at this company for 5 years. And I guess from a technical standpoint, I can be of great, hopefully I can be of great assistance during these office hours. And I just look forward to all your questions and everything.
Okay, thank you, Dan. So Dan, where are you coming to us live from?
San Diego County, California. I live kind of out in the country, but yeah, California.
Okay, so my favorite thing about San Diego is the weather. It's always 76 and sunny, right?
Actually, it's a little cloudy right now. It's a nice, cool uh, summer morning. July's actually been pretty moderate, so we're happy and blessed with the good weather so far.
So everybody watching you today got a text that we're under a heat advisory. So we are over 102
Where are you
today
at?
at South Florida.
Okay,
So
yeah,
I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Most of your audience is either Fort Lauderdale or Miami. So we're under a heat advisory. So that's why you have such a good audience, because nobody can go outside and do anything. It's just too hot today.
they're all
Um,
captive. They can't go anywhere.
So for everybody that has not participated in this office hours, it's very simple. We open it if you have questions. I always have a bunch of questions that agents submit. So I'm gonna fire the first question, and then where everybody gets get their confidence on, and then we'll go down the road, and then Daniel will walk us through. Um, for new because we have different type of users. We have new users and seasoned users, Daniel. So
Mm.
for that agent who is part of Canvas, has BoldTrail, maybe it's logged in a couple of times, but is really not using it as they should. What is the top three things that they this weekend, which is too hot to go outside unless you're doing an open house? What is the top three things they should do in their BoldTrail CRM this weekend?
I can think of two of them off the top of my head. I would
Okay.
definitely start the Agent Quick Start program, which is a great way to get acclimated with the platform. And from there, you're going to get a variety of to-dos, but definitely I would start that program. I would also um, go about importing your list of contacts for sure, getting your sphere of influence into the system, and from there, letting them know that, hey, I'm now active on this is my new platform. Check out my new website and everything. Check it out. Pass it on to others. Would love your referrals, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So the Agent Quick Start is sort of the coaching training module
Mhm.
within their CRM. So you
Yep.
guys have a coaching manual to take you from baby to LeBron, right? So you go from beginning to LeBron. I'm gonna go to LeBron because he's supposed to be the GOAT. I'm gonna change you to Messi. Forget LeBron. Let's take LeBron off the table because I believe he's gonna be traded and he was supposed to come to Miami again, and he's not gonna go to Miami. He's gonna go to Texas. So let's take LeBron on the table. Let's go with Messi. Let's go with So you go from being a beginner to being Messi, an expert on it.
The GOAT.
How long do you think that will take, Daniel, for someone to go through that training module? For
Oh
those that
boy.
never end, those always continue.
I mean, there's always continuing education on the platform. Things are always changing, so it's always great to stay up to date on matters. But I would think if I started the Quick Start program, it would probably take me, if I really buckled down and did it, it would take me no more than a weekend to get through every single course.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the chat. Start with the Quick Start program. Does anybody have any questions before I go to the next one? Remember, we don't have to go in order. I guess nobody they haven't had their courage shot yet. Okay, so let me fire again. So next questions. Oh my God, poor Megan got this question asked every time. So Daniel is gonna I'm gonna have to fire you. How does BoldTrail help me generate leads, especially in competitive South Florida? How does BoldTrail help me get buyer leads or seller leads? And poor Megan, every time she did this, that was one of the questions that were fired at her.
Well, there's a lot of options. There's manual lead generation and there's paid lead generation. And depending on your budget, you could go get a marketplace configuration call with someone from the marketplace team, sales team. You know, you could present them, hey, I want to spend around this, say this much per month, and they can get you set up on the best plan possible to get optimal lead generation. But there's also free lead generation as well. And lead generation in the form of just creating a squeeze page, putting that on your Facebook page. You can also create landing pages to try and funnel leads into the system that way as well.
Okay. So from what I remember the last time we did it was with Megan, about $100 and boosted generated between for Canvas agents for people who listen to us, 10 to 12 leads. Is that
Yeah.
normal? Is that like the standard, or is that above the standard?
I would say that's like, as far as like IRE property boost results are concerned, I would say that's very typical. And I think that's a strong showing from a solid open house property boost or anything like that, for sure.
Okay, so if you heard me, $100 equals 12 opportunities. I don't like to call them leads. So Daniel, I call them suspects when they first fill in the information. I
Yeah,
change them to prospects when they reply to a text or an email. And then I
yeah.
call them a lead when I get to do the one-on-one.
You're actively engaging with them. And
Yeah.
I would say, uh, so a typical 7 day property boost is actually $69. So
Wow, only.
it's actually it's below $100 if you want to do a 7 day boost.
And so that even that should get you about 10 to 12 opportunities.
That's correct.
Okay. And the freebie, so you say with the freebie, so we now have a lot of more inventory that we have had in the past couple of years, and Canvas agents can use any Canvas listing and and create a landing page for it.
Mhm.
What would you think is the best way to send that landing page around the world to try to get free leads? If I have the time and I don't have the dinero, what do you think are the best tips to get a landing page in front of as many eyeballs as possible?
Oh, okay. I would say if you have a Facebook business page or a personal Facebook page, share it
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Additionally, if you do upload a sphere of influence or a batch of leads into the system, um, you could also send out an email to these leads, directing them to your listing or listings in your area. That would be great as well.
Okay. So Reddit is a big thing in South Florida. Can I copy paste it and just put in whatever post is talking about Reddit, about housing in South Florida?
You can absolutely direct links to Reddit for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
there's
Okay.
tools within the system and the email editor that would allow you to just, you could make it pretty or you could just make it as simple as possible. I mean, you can hyperlink the links so it's not just a big long strain, like top current houses in my market or something like that. And you can direct them to any article, any Reddit page. You can direct them to a squeeze page, a curated list that you've created and put together as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna give everybody a tip. Look for every listing out there that has a pool. a pretty pool because everybody's gonna be looking for a place to cool off this weekend, and that is the landing page where they do top 10 pools at Miami. Well, and that is the one you want to put out there.
Yeah,
So you jumped already to the next question that they had. This agent was asking, I have leads on my phone and I have
yeah.
leads on my contacts. What is the best way to get all the leads into BoldTrail? Like one by one, click, 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 or
Um, you would need to put them in a spreadsheet and them into the system yourself. You could also,
okay.
you have a lead configuration team that will do that for you. It is pretty confusing. I mean, the first time you do it, it can be a little overwhelming. So we would recommend that you definitely send it to our lead configuration team who can turn around and upload a list for you in less than generally 48 hours. But and then once you get them uploaded, you can send a message to them after that fact.
Okay, so I'm gonna use me as a guinea pig. So I have in my phone 2,691 contacts. So
Hmm.
if I export that, because from my phone I have the option to export that into an Excel, send it to the team, they will automatically load it
Yep.
to my CRM without me having to do anything.
Yeah. And all you have to do is fill out, a short form just to so our team has a little bit of direction. We can upload them. Obviously, you would probably want them uploaded as just basic prospects, and then you would begin your communication after that fact. We could also put them on a campaign right away, and just to make sure that they're automatically that way, it gives you kind of a head start in terms of, getting in contact with them.
Yeah, I mean, my tip will be load everybody and then start tagging the ones that are homeowners and the ones that are renters and the ones, so you can set different campaigns.
Yeah, and you can
Um,
also add hashtags to leads and batches of leads. So hashtags are great for sorting leads out from the top down. So that way we can filter, if you're looking at your CRM, you can filter by hashtag homeowner, hashtag renter, hashtag wants a pool, things like that. And that'll help you down the line in terms of marketing strategies for various groups of people.
so if I'm doing an open house this weekend and it's 123 Main Street and I meet 17 families, can I hashtag 123 Main Street as a hashtag just for those contacts so I know who, I don't get confused and I know who's who?
Yeah, you can add them. You can add that hashtag to those people after the fact, and then, or during the open house process, and then say 2 days later you want to send out a quick follow up to these 17 people or how many people you said, and you can send out a quick email just to that group of people based on that hashtag.
Okay, awesome. Enrique had a question. Does that boost generate the leads from Facebook and Instagram, or does it also include Google?
Just Facebook.
Just Facebook. Just Facebook, Enrique. Just Facebook. Um, the next question was, what is how do I use the mobile version on the go?
The question is how to use the mobile app.
The mobile app.
Well, you'll download it and you'll log in. It's a little bit. It's basically the CRM, and it's mostly, I would say, focused on the ability to contact leads through the mobile app. Through the mobile app, there's also a mobile dialer, so you could just go through a whole list of people based off a hashtag or status in the system and just knock out a bunch of really quick phone calls there. You could also share listings from the mobile app, and you can send listings to your leads from the mobile app as well too. I would say definitely go through as you go through the agent quick start. I do believe that there is a whole lesson on the mobile app and how to use it and tips and tricks. And I would also direct you to our help articles in the platform as well too. They are actually quite um, detailed in terms of what you can do with the mobile app as well as many other things on the platform.
Okay, cool, cool. Daniel, one of the questions that was asked was this is an agent who does a good amount of farming, right?
Mhm.
But he wants to know. Let me go back to the question because it was sent to me by. Okay, how can I specifically farm by neighborhood by zip codes? Um, I guess you will have to upload the data, right? And then, begin to communicate that way.
When you say farm, you mean farming for
Yeah,
prospects, not
yeah.
farming. Okay. Well, during the squeeze page process, you can, if you want to have a specific region of listings, you could enter and filter by that particular zip code or neighborhood, school district, all those things. And when you upload that, when you add that to attract prospects in that area, you would upload it to Facebook, and people interested in that area would interact with your squeeze page. Um, you could also just do a simple polygon map and map it out and send it that way too.
Okay, so let's stay, for example, if I pick a neighborhood, let's say Towngate and Pembroke Pines, I take out those 700 plus homeowners, right? I can go to, we have a system called the system through the MLS that we can export the data, including emails. So I can export that and simply just begin a what's your home worth campaign and run it directly. Are those templates pre-written, or I have to write all those templates?
We do have templates pre-written in the system that
Okay.
you can look at, and you can, if you want to spruce it up yourself, you can save it as a copy and add your own information and whatnot. But there are pre-created templates and campaigns in the system that you can certainly run to leads.
Okay. So first, so then the most important thing is you gotta have the data. You gotta add the people to your CRM.
Yep.
Okay. Someone's asking about the tutorial. So the tutorial is what you were saying, right? The tutorial is the quick start.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, you mentioned the dialer. Um, does the dialer dial one person at a time, or does the dialer sort of mass dial until somebody answers and then reconnects back with you?
It goes through each lead at a time. And when you do start the dialer, you can start, you'll select the list. It's been a minute since I've looked at the dialer, I'll be honest, but you will go off a list or a status, and then I believe you'll hit start. And prior to that, you can select basically the countdown to when it calls the next person. I think it ranges from like 5 to 10 seconds. And then after you complete the call with the person, you can enter some notes, which will be automatically added, which should be added to the lead timeline and save for later. And then you'll go on to the next person after that.
Okay, so does it do it automatically, the note to the conversation, or I gotta type them in there? Or is it, you guys have like a built-in AI like Zoom that records the notes?
I I can't recall off the top of my head actually. I do know that you can manually enter notes, but I do know that we have done some AI stuff as of recently, and I believe that that could be a possibility.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next question that they submitted, it was oh, tasks. How do I set up tasks so I don't know if you're familiar with Buffini. Buffini is one of the trainers from the National Association of Realtors. And his whole thing is, and it works. I mean, everybody's listening to me, it works. His whole thing is you need to have 20 conversations with prospective sellers or buyers every day and send them 20, send the next day, send those people 20 notes. So how does the task system in BoldTrail works to remind me who to call every day? Is that something that I have to set up, or does it automatically, if I load my 2,000 people, does it automatically, tell me who to call?
Could you? My internet's unstable. Satellite internet. I live out in the country in California. Could you repeat that, please?
Yeah. So when it comes to tasks,
Yeah.
does the tasks get set? If I'll upload my 2,000 contacts and do it,
Mhm.
is it gonna pick people for me to do a call or text every day, or do I need to pre-program that from day one?
There's a few ways to go about doing this. There are daily call generation tasks that you can set in your profile, and it'll basically tell you, you can set it to how many prospects you want to call per day, and it'll give you 20 people to call, and you can fulfill that task that way.
Okay.
So those definitely add up after a while. So I would go in slowly, otherwise you're going to find yourself with hundreds of tasks that you haven't completed yet, and you might feel a little overwhelmed. There's also tasks can be added to contacts via smart campaigns. So say someone gets added to a smart campaign after they register on your website, one of the immediate tasks can be set up a search alert for this person within a few days based off the property that they interacted with or any phone conversations that you've had with subsequent phone conversations you've had with them since then, and gauge their interest after that fact. So after you've learned what they've wanted, one of the tasks can be, okay, well, set up a market report for this person, set up a search alert based off their interests.
Okay. So then the system will become my coach. I
Yeah,
will open it in the morning and I will say, these are the 20 people to call, these are the 20 people to email, these are the 20 people to text.
yeah.
And okay, so then it's not just a CRM, it's technically you're getting coach, you're getting a
I mean,
virtual coach.
once you get everything set up, you can basically set it and forget it. You know, the old infomercial line, let the system do the work for you while you're out there grinding. And the system can send out emails for you. The system can set up tasks for you. The system can send texts for you. It can send emails. It can do a whole lot of things.
Okay, someone saying that they set up their profile, but their profile doesn't have all their information. Is it easy to upload my new headshot and social media handles to my profile?
Very easy. I can actually show you how to do that right now. I'm going to go to your lovely profile, Ernesto.
Oh God.
Let me I sent a request to
Yeah,
share the screen.
there you go.
And there's this wonderful headshot you can see right now of Ernesto. Is that picture kind of old, or is
Oh
this?
my God, that's really old.
So there's a few cool things you can do from the profile, and I can go into a few of the details that I went over first. To upload your new headshot, you'll click Edit Profile here, and then you'll drag an image directly from your desktop, or you'll click to upload. You'll add subsequent things like cell phone, work phone, direct line. You mentioned social media handles. You would paste
Yeah.
your Facebook page here. If you have an X account, you paste that there. Your LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram. We got license numbers. The cool thing about everything that you upload here, a lot of this stuff will carry over into your personal website. So if someone does visit your website, they'll be able to click your Facebook page from your website. It'll take you to all the places there. Um, Another thing, we were talking about tasks earlier. This is the daily call task creation. So right now, every single day. And as you can see, it looks like you are selected. The statuses that you're generating calls for are new leads, prospects, and active leads. And right now, it should send you at least 10 people to call per day if they meet these prerequisites. And then you can also send what time you want this email to send. So that way, like if you want to start your day hot on the phones, you can have it sent at 7:30 in the morning, and you'll get your list of people to call, and you'll go through that list.
Okay. Before I let you go, if you can show really quickly, because I think that the most important thing is you gotta have a database. And like I said, we
Yeah.
all have a database that lives in here. Where do they upload for the assistant team to load it for them? Where do they go for that?
On the right, on the left hand side, I'm directionally
Mhm.
challenged. On the left hand side, you'll click lead engine, and then you will go to bulk import, and you'll click start an import right here.
Okay.
And from here, you're going to see two options. Do it yourself. Hey, some people are really hands on. They want to get to the nitty gritty and they want to go do it themselves. all the power to you, but I would definitely let us handle it. Click submit file here, and you're going to upload. You're going to go through this lead import request form. You'll click next, and then you'll fill out all your information here. All these things right here. Do I have separate note file, preferred status? You can add specific hashtags to people, automation preferences. So this is where we can opt to set up search alerts based on, interest that's already been added to the sheet prior. And you can upload that there. And prior to uploading, you could definitely add as much detail to the spreadsheet as possible. And we do have a template for you to follow. But
Oh, cool.
yeah, and if you do still feel a little bit overwhelmed, you also have the option to schedule a time with a lead configuration specialist. These are people who do nothing but upload spreadsheets for us and our customers all day. And they're the experts and they know exactly where you should put something if it pertains to a lead as far as, you know, preferred number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, all that stuff. And we can upload those people to the system and we can create search alerts based on those interests.
Okay, so I'm glad we're wrapping it up with this. I think if I was everybody listening, I will go with the let us handle it
Yeah,
function,
yeah.
right? Look at the template, get the data from your phone, get a data from your contacts on your email. Do bring over those people that you already talking to. Uh,
Mhm.
you know, Daniel just show you how easy it is to set up reminders for calls. Start with 20 and let the system little by little guide you to being the success that we all know you can be.
Yeah,
Daniel, thank you so very much for doing this with us. We look forward to having you again and again and again.
yeah,
For everybody, this is the one of the top CRM systems for real estate and the nation, and you're lucky to get it directly here from Canvas. Daniel, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and everybody, let's go do some open houses inside with air conditioning this weekend. Bye, everybody.
bye.